evening, everyone, and welcome here to Victor High School, where we are set for a titanic Class B boys lacrosse tilt here on Rock Sports Network. Mike Rose, thrilled to be with you here this evening for our Bill Gray's High School Lacrosse Game of the Week, featuring the Victor Blue Devils and the visiting Pittsford Panthers. The Blue Devils enter with a record of 8-3 on the season, one of the top programs in all of New York State, really, for boys lacrosse historically, and enjoying another strong campaign this season are the 10-time Section 5 champion and 4-time New York State champions, taking on a Pittsford team who is 9-1 so far this season, and they themselves are 6-time Section 5 boys lacrosse champions, so certainly no slouches on the side of the Panthers, who are 9-1, have played a Section 5 schedule so far this season across all 10 of their games. Victor, as they often do, has ventured outside the realms of Section 5 this season. They've taken on Marcellus, Shaker, Iona Preparatory, Baldwinsville, and Janesville DeWitt already this season for Victor. And two of their three losses coming at the hands of those teams, a 15-5 loss to Iona and a 9-7 loss to Janesville DeWitt that came just 5 days ago. But they're coming off a win over Irondequoit, 14-9, and that is notable because Irondequoit marks the only loss on the docket this year for Pittsford, a 10-4 matchup back on April the 30th. So you can see maybe a little edge for Victor based on that common opponent, but these are two of the best teams in all of Section 5, and it should be a good one here today between these two teams in Class B this season in the Section 5 bracket. They occupy among the top spots in the standings entering play tonight in that classification. Canandaigua in first place at 11-0, but Pittsford in second, Victor in fourth, with Hilton at 10-2, splitting those two in the standings. And that Irondequoit team that I mentioned moments ago in fifth place as well. So certainly a big game, a lot to be decided in terms of sectional seeding potentially between these two teams. They take the field here tonight in what should be a good one here in Victor. The spring conditions have not materialized here on this evening tonight. Cloudy skies, it is cold. There's a lot of hooded sweatshirts in the crowd and winter hats, but still a great crowd on hand to take in what should be a major matchup here tonight between Victor and Pittsford. Just about ready to get underway. Victor tonight in all white uniforms with the gold helmets, and Pittsford, the visitors, in the blue with the blue-ish helmets, we'll call them, as we're set for the opening face-off here in this one. And with that, we are underway as that ground ball is scooped up by the Blue Devils as they march ahead with Eli Rickey, the face-off specialist, in there to get that first win of the night. Will Johnson sets it up now on the far side as the first possession of the game belongs to Victor. Of course, new this season for high school lacrosse is the shot clock, so we'll be keeping an eye on that, but it certainly makes the pace of play a little bit more lively with the shot clock in play. Saw a lot of these high school games in years past kind of wind down, especially when the margin would reach an untenable amount, but not going to be a factor here tonight with the shot clock in play, as that one skips just wide off the stick of Colin Wheeler. 23 on the timer here for Victor. Matthew Herendine drops it off, and that shot rising up over the top from Jackson Mead. 10 on the timer now for the Blue Devils. Trying to muscle in front, and That one snared down and controlled by Pittsford. That's Bear Weiram in goal, the 8th grader, getting the start for the Panthers. And he has darted well out of his more comfortable position, and now a little bit of a vacated goal here as Victor forces a turnover on the rush, in tight, and they score. As it's Will Johnson who strikes first for the Blue Devils to make it 1-0 Victor after a costly turnover. Just a mistake there by Weiram wandering out of his goal. It gets paid off by Johnson's first of the game and his 24th of the season. I want to thank our sponsor tonight, Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, as that one's controlled by Pittsford. Lattimore currently offers 34 locations throughout the area, including locations in Spencerport, North Carolina, Fairport, and more than 80 certified physical therapists have experience in treating most conditions and sports injuries, and in most cases can offer initial consultations within 24 hours for your convenience. Visit LattimorePT.com for more information. So Pittsford with possession now here for the first time in the offensive zone. Had it briefly before that turnover that led to the Johnson goal that made it 1-0. As that shot rising up over the top there from Avery Valenti. 23 on the timer as it comes back into play for Pittsford. A cut in front, and that one, a great save made there for Victor, as Will Simpson got enough of that to keep it out. Brady Getz was the one who got in front for that try. And the long pass ahead sets up Victor. The goal scorer, Johnson, behind the cage. Blue Devils working with a 1-0 lead here early in the first. As that shot, a missile off the stick of Wheeler, and he finds the back of the net to make it 2-0 Blue Devils. Colin Wheeler with a bullet for the back of the net. And it's all Blue Devils here early on. As Wheeler strikes for his 17th goal of the season. Victor once again quickly in control. Ricky had it, but has it jostled away from him. Keegan Ahem stole that one away as Pittsford marches forward now with Dane Lewis. Lewis lofts it ahead. You see that shot clock. It starts once the team gains possession in the offensive end there. So something to note if you're at home wondering how this all works new this season in high school lacrosse. If it's your first time tuning into some action, we appreciate it if it is your first time joining us here tonight for our Bill Gray's High School Lacrosse Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network. It's 2-0 Victor here as we approach 8 to go in the first. Avery Valenti, the leading scorer for the Panthers, drops one off. Down to 12 on the timer. Valenti drops it off behind the cage. Trying to work in front is Brady Getz. Down to 4, now 3, spinning, and just getting one away before time expires was Brady Getz. It skips on by, and Victor will regain possession. But you can see how that increases the urgency. There were some very long possessions previously. in the high school game for Lacrosse. Certainly, I think most people would agree, a welcome change this season. Brody Secker leaves one there for Meade, who will set up. Darting into space, in tight, and upstairs. It's Kyle Sager with his first of the night. 3-0 Blue Devils, as they are rolling here early on. And Sager now matches Johnson for the team lead once again with his 24th goal of the season. The duo entered the night with 23 apiece, both on the board here early on. Faceoffs have been all Ricky here so far. Eli Ricky has been dominant in that department for Victor, and that is really one of those areas of the game that doesn't get enough credit in lacrosse, but it can really dictate the flow of things when you are dominating on the faceoffs the way Ricky is right now. And it's a big reason why Victor finds themselves ahead here early on. Dane Lewis reversing fields as Pittsford works it ahead. And they will now get a chance to set up shop. Cole gets number 3 in blue with it now. Pittsford trying to get on the board, a little cut in front, but that pass misses everybody. It rolls out of bounds, and it will be a turnover. Gotta give a lot of credit to the Victor defense here so far. They have been sharp. They have this Pittsford team a little out of sorts. And they seem to just be the more crisp and quick team out there so far, as that one little wraparound attempt there bounces wide from Secker. Under 6 to go here in the first. Pittsford trying to get some offense rolling against what has been a pesky bunch here defensively for Victor. You can see the pressure they are applying on every step the Panthers have taken here today. There has not been a lot of turf to work with out there for the Panthers. Brady Getz leaves it up top with Valenti as the Panthers try to settle in here. Plenty of time, 40 on the timer. Cole Getz walks it back behind the cage. Panthers trying to get some movement going once again, create some space. Valenti fires, and another great save made in goal. And now some bodies hitting the deck, but what a stop once again by Will Simpson. As good as the Victor defense has been so far, he has been even better when shots have gotten through. Looked like Victor was the guilty party on that sequence there when bodies were getting barreled over. So a fresh clock to work with here for Pittsford. Valenti spinning, trying to get free, but absolutely no space to work with. Great defense there by Oliver Cole, and it's taken away, and racing back the other way come the Blue Devils. Matt Langen, and he fires, and he goes coast to coast. And how about Matt Langen lighting the lamp to make it 4-0 Victor. first goal of the season for the long stick midfielder. It is all Blue Devils right now. 4-0 Victor leading over Pittsford. We have a moment we want to thank our title sponsor tonight, Bill Gray's Restaurant and Tap Rooms. Get Rochester's favorite great plate every Tuesday and now on Sundays. For just $9.99, you get 2 Bill Gray's cheeseburgers on top of home fries and mac salad, loaded with your choice of toppings, including Bill Gray's famous meat hot sauce. Every Tuesday and Sunday at all Bill Gray's locations. Gimme Bill Gray's. How can you beat that Tuesday and Sunday now? Victor, again. Barely let me get through the ad read. Johnson, hungry for more goals. He makes it 5-0 Blue Devils. 25th of the season now for Johnson. And this has turned into an avalanche of an attack from Victor here so far, as Pittsford, once again, can't get control off that face-off, and the Blue Devils have just been too good to give them control of the ball time and time again. And once again, Eli Ricky, no problem. And Ricky wants one. Ricky wins it, takes it, scores it. 6-0, Victor. Ricky gets his 7th of the season. But really the story is what he's been doing on the faceoffs here so far. He came into the night 79%, just over 79% on the season in faceoffs, and it is 79% and rising right now. I think he's only lost 1 in the game so far of the 7 that we've had. And the announcer's jinx comes through once again there, as you can make it 2 now. Pittsburgh controls this one now with Grant Lewis. 6-0 Blue Devils. We're under 3.5 here in the first. And this is a pretty important possession right now if you're Pittsford. Don't necessarily have to get a goal, but you have to generate a good look, as that one just left behind there. It has been tough sledding here for Pittsford. They get a break there to maintain possession. Grant Lewis plays it back up top to Jack Healy. Healy trying to dance free against Weston Orr. Plenty of time here on this possession for Pittsford still, but Victor all over this Panthers offense. I mean, it is a smothering defense so far in this game. They are stapled to the Panthers players here defensively. Somebody for Pittsford's going to need to make an individual play. That shot bounces up over the top. Simpson might have gotten a piece as it went skipping by. But it was well above the cage. Under 20 now on the timer here for the Panthers. Healy dancing into the middle, draws a crowd, leaves it off. Down to 6, in tight. That one rang the post. Grant Lewis blasted that one off the post there, and just been one of those kinds of evenings for Pittsford so far. Victor right back with possession with Meade. nursing a 6-goal lead. And looking for more are the Blue Devils. As that has been an all-around effort here in the first for Victor. Across the board, everybody has brought their A games here to start this one tonight. Meade with 20, leaves it off. Victor picking up the pace here as the clock winds down. Meade up top, winds and fires and scores. Jackson Meade with his first goal of the game. It is 7-0 Blue Devils. As Jackson Meade gets goal number 17 on the season. .102 to play here in the first, so likely whoever wins this faceoff is going to control the final possession here in the first. And no surprise who wins that faceoff. It's Ricky. He was hunting for his second of the night as it went skipping on by. Shot clock's off. Victor can take this to the end of the first with, at worst, a 7-0 lead. Victor, though, turns it over as Pittsford delivers defensively, but they give it right back. Good pressure up front from the Blue Devils. Clock winding down here, down to 10. Meade way up top. Needs to find some help. With 5 now, 4. Blue Devils, last shot is going to come up empty. But what a start here for the Blue Devils. A demolition here in the first. It is 7-0 after one. Victor over Pittsford here on Rock Sports Network.
Honey, where's the best place to fix chairs?
Bob Johnson.
Chairs, like this one.
Bob Johnson doesn't fix furniture, but we service and repair every car, truck, and SUV there is. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, offers Bill Gray's Great Plates, topped any way you want them for $9.99 every Tuesday and now Sunday. $9.99 Great Plates, Tuesdays and Sundays.
Gimme, Bill Gray's. The Red Wings are home to Rock the Lilac this week. Every Tuesday, tickets are half price. Wednesday features a Lilac jersey giveaway. Thursday is a college night featuring a happy hour with $2 beers. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
If you're living with pain or recovering from surgery and don't know where to start, Lattimore Physical Therapy can help. The Lattimore Promise includes an individual diagnosis with a highly trained licensed physical therapist on your first visit, a personalized treatment plan, communication with your doctor, and a continued personal care plan. You're never more than minutes away from pain relief. Visit LattimorePT.com.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Honey, who's got the best deal on
Bob Johnson.
flower pots? The best deal on flower pots.
Bob Johnson doesn't have deals on flower pots, but we have the very best deals on new cars, trucks, and SUVs. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bob Johnson.
Back here in Victor, where It is all Blue Devils here after one 7-0 victor on top of Pittsford here in our Bill Grace High School Lacrosse Game of the Week on Rock Sports Network. I want to remind you, tonight's first half brought to you by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab at Lattimore. Their physical therapists enjoy the work they do and bring a positive attitude to their patients' therapy experience. They want their patients' therapy to be something they look forward to each and every session. If patients tell their friends and family about their success at Lattimore, they know they've done their job. Visit LattimorePT.com for more information. A dangerous little deflection there sent that ball skidding in front of the Victor net. Pittsford scoops it up. They couldn't take advantage initially, but they'll set up now as a flag flies here in the opening 30 seconds of the second quarter. A Pittsford team that came into the night 9-1. Their worst loss of the season was by 6 goals. They find themselves trailing by 7 after a quarter of play here tonight on the road. A little bit of a shell-shocking start for them, to say the least, you would have to believe, as that shot is sent wide. Play will be whistled down here now, as we'll check on the laundry on the field. And anything that can go the way of Pittsford right now, have to believe they'll take it. And they'll operate with the man advantage here and see if they can get on the board. Still waiting on what this call is. It's going to be 1 minute for a slash. Howershuk, the guilty party for Victor, Mason Howershuk. So he'll sit. Pittsford with an opportunity. Valenti is denied again by Simpson. Who in a game where, you see 7-0, you think maybe the goalie on the winning end of that hasn't been tested that much. He has been. He has stood tall every single time, and he has been sensational here so far. And now Victor just going to try and wind precious seconds off the clock here, as the penalty time under 20. And the Blue Devils really tightening their control on this game here early in the second, at a moment where it looked like maybe Pittsford was going to have some life and a little bit of an injection of some energy back into this game potentially, and momentum halted immediately, in large part because of that save that was made by Simpson. Penalty time expired. Shot clock down to 15 here for the Blue Devils, who spent most of this possession killing off time, and they're still going to end up with a goal, as the little scoop there from Johnson gives him a hat trick. It's 8-0 Victor. I mean, late clock execution doesn't get much better than that. Johnson finding that little vacated area in the middle, and just a little shuffle there into the back of the net. So 9:49 here in the second. It's 8-0 Victor. I want to remind you, tonight's game also brought to you by the Rochester Red Wings. The Wings are back home Tuesday, May 13th, to start a 6-game homestand against the Durham Bulls. You can check out redwingsbaseball.com for promotions, tickets, and information. Durham Bulls, the Tampa Bay Rays AAA affiliate. Always an organization that has very good minor league system, does Tampa Bay. Durham Bulls, a couple of championships in recent years in the International League in AAA. Pittsford back with possession, trying to get some offense. Here on the near side, it's Charlie Ryan. Ryan finds a cutter, and that shot finds its mark there for the first goal of the game for Pittsford. It's Cole Getz on the nice feed from Ryan. The Panthers get on the board. 8:58 here in the second. And the sophomore Getz gets one on the board. For Getz, that's his 12th goal of the season. One of the leading scorers for Pittsford, usually more in the assist department, of which he has 17 entering play tonight. But he gets a goal there, and a much-needed one for Pittsford. And right there to take back momentum is Eli Ricky. He wins another face-off. I mean, he is just a machine in there. Just a freshman, Ricky. And already proving to be a weapon for Victor. I think they're going to be pretty happy to have 3 more years of him winning face-offs at this exact rate that he's given them so far, not only tonight, but all season long, as I mentioned earlier on. But if you're just joining us, over 79% on the face-offs entering play tonight for Ricky. Kind of give you some perspective on that for a Pittsford team who has only lost 1 game all season as that shot deflects wide. Their highest percentage on their team is 50% in the face-off circle. So, again, a team that is 9-1, they're winning 50% of their draws. Ricky's out here winning almost 80% after the game he's had tonight. But a bad turnover there by the Blue Devils. And here comes Pittsford in transition, but they just couldn't execute cleanly. That's kind of been an issue for them all night, is just kind of their execution, really in all phases, in terms of controlling and taking care of what they need to, but they were able to scoop up that ground ball. They call for a timeout, 7:45 to go here in the second. We'll take a timeout as well. 8-1 Victor here on Rock Sports Network.
Best Icelandic long-line cod haddock fish fry. Cooked to perfection. Delicious haddock fish fries and sandwiches served on a fresh-baked Apollo roll. Every day of the week, open till close. Get one today. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's haddock fish fry.
Honey, where's the best place to fix chairs?
Bob Johnson.
Chairs, like this one.
Bob Johnson doesn't fix furniture, but we service and repair every car, truck, and SUV there is. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, offers Bill Gray's Great Plates, topped any way you want them for $9.99 every Tuesday and now Sunday. $9.99 Great Plates, Tuesdays and Sundays.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
The Red Wings are home to Rock the Lilac this week. Every Tuesday, tickets are half price. Wednesday features a Lilac jersey giveaway. Thursday is a college night featuring a happy hour with $2 beers. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
Back here in Victor, Blue Devils 8, Panthers 1. Bill Gray's High School Lacrosse Game of the Week on Rock Sports Network. Mike Rose, thrilled to be with you here this evening. That was a Pittsford timeout, so they have it with a fresh clock. Trailing by 7, but they scored the most recent goal as Cole Getz found the back of the net. And jostling for it on the far side there. A man from both sides, and it's going to end up being a Victor possession here with 7:23 left in the second. That long pass ahead deflected out of bounds. So Victor will have it here on the reset. Of course, tonight's broadcast brought to you by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. Lattimore currently offers 34 locations throughout the area, including locations in Spencerport, North Chi-Lai, and Fairport. More than 80 certified physical therapists have experience in treating most conditions and sports injuries, and in most cases can offer initial consultations within 24 hours for your convenience. Visit LattimorePT.com for more information. We're under 7 to go here in the first half. Blue Devils with possession and an 8-1 lead. Looking to get their 9th win of the season, get some valuable points in the standings in the Class B sectionals against Pittsford, who currently sits a couple slots above them in those standings, and is looking to strike on the counter here. That shot, a little bit of contact there as Valenti tried to let it fly. Sails up over the top. Pittsford will maintain with 54 on the timer. Near side, Charlie Ryan, who picked up the assist on the lone Panthers goal. And the goal scorer, Cole Getz, with it now. They trade places as Getz sets up behind the cage. Seen Pittsford go to this often tonight. Getz darting in front, looking for a cutter. He opts for Ryan. Ryan dances out wide as 25 on the timer. Brady Getz looking for room in front, can't find it. Dennis Cole all over him. Now Valenti trying to get free. Nowhere to go for Valenti, who has been bottled up most of the evening so far. Down to 8 now. It's Cole Getz to Brady Getz with 1. He's not going to get a shot away. It's a violation. It's another unbelievable defensive possession from Victor as they regain possession. Tim McAuliffe had it on the far side, and Simpson now pitches it ahead. And able to deflect along and control that one is Oliver Cole. He lost it. A big hack there at the end from Pittsford's Keegan Ahim, and a timeout called by Victor with 5:17 to go here in the second. We'll stay right here, though. It's 8-1 Victor on top right now as the Blue Devils have firmly controlled this contest. From the onset, they held a 7-0 lead after a quarter of play here this evening, and they have slowed down a little bit here offensively as Pittsford settled in, but you wonder if maybe a knockout punch delivered there in that first quarter by this Blue Devils team. Mention the sectional standings. These two teams will compete in Class B this season. Canandaigua right now, the quote-unquote team to beat at 11-0 and occupying the top spot in the standings. Neither of these two teams have played Canandaigua yet. Pittsford right now in second with their 9-1 mark. Victor in fourth, right behind Hilton. Victor at 8-3. But we mentioned the Victor schedule. I mean, they have played a gauntlet of a schedule. 2 of their 3 losses this season have come outside of Section 5, as they lost to Janesville, DeWitt, and Iona Prep. And their lone loss this season, let me correct myself. Victor did play Canandaigua. They lost to Canandaigua. That's the lone Section 5 loss this season, a 9-6 meeting back in early April between the Blue Devils and the Grey Wolves. But Victor, as they often do, they really test themselves outside of Section 5. They really play a tough schedule, and kind of seeing the fruits of that here tonight against a team that has so far only played against Section 5 opponents. Pittsford does have some matchups outside of Section 5 coming up later on to close the regular season. As out of the timeout, Victor with a great chance in front as Sager had his shot deflect up over the top. Five minutes to go here in the second. Blue Devils looking to continue to grow their lead. Secker dumps it off into the middle, kind of half-hearted pass there from Wheeler, bounces away, and it will be a turnover back to Pittsford. And you can be sure to check out ROCRockSportsNetwork.com on Facebook and YouTube, where you'll be able to watch today's game and all of our games this season on demand 24/7 on your smart TV, desktop, or mobile device. That's ROCSportsNetwork.com, Rochester's only digital sports channel. And some more flags on the field here, as it looks like Johnson is going to be whistled down for a little bit of a... They're going to call it a push, so only 30 seconds for Johnson. It was a mighty push, as it sent the Pittsford ball carrier tumbling to the turf. So 30-second advantage here for the Panthers, who came up empty on the advantage earlier on in this quarter, when they had a minute advantage that lasted for about all of 20 seconds because Simpson made a save, cleared it out, and Victor walked the rest of the time off the clock on the offensive end. See if the Panthers can take advantage this time with a little bit of extra space with which to operate. Gets into the middle, shot goes up over the top off the stick of Jaden Mariani. 9 seconds left on Johnson's penalty. Gets to Getz. Penalty time's expired. As Pittsford and Brady Getz trying to direct traffic here behind his cage, and clearly not liking what he's seeing. Finally gets a pass off, and what a save by Simpson, as that shot went ricocheting all the way back up top for Pittsford to reset. But a sensational stop once again, as Grant Lewis was on the doorstep, and I think Simpson might have saved that with his helmet. That shot, another save. Flag flies. Brady Getz let a missile go. As you take a look, we'll check on the flag, but we take a look at this first stop, and yeah, that went right off the face mask there for Simpson. On a shot that could have concussed him, he made the stop. Weston Oyer is who that flag was against. He's called for a slash. He'll sit for a minute. So Pittsford with extended time here in the offensive end. The question is, can they take advantage? And can they beat Simpson, who has just been a brick wall between the pipes here so far? Brady Getz leaves it up back behind. See if Pittsford can get Valenti some space. He's the guy who has been their goal scorer this season. That pass deflected as it goes right through the center. Pittsford's going to keep it on the deflection. 25 left on the penalty time, 26 on the shot clock. So nearly in sync here as Pittsford tries to cash in. And they're not going to be able to do it there, as that shot may have caught some of the post. Simpson got a piece. He kept it out again. And another stop for Simpson. I mean, this guy's unbelievable so far here tonight. Will Simpson, the sophomore, stopping everything in his sights. Penalty time expired. Victor marches back the other way. Simpson came into the night stopping 54.5% of the shots he's faced. Came in with 90 saves. Probably If he's not over 100 after tonight, he's awfully close with the first half he's played. Net percentage rising rapidly for the sophomore. We're under 2 to go here in the first half. Victor still with an 8-1 lead. Only 2 goals between the two teams. 1-1 here in the second. Until that goal, I mean, we're going to see if that one counts. If it does, it is an unbelievable effort from Johnson, who went sprawling down to get to it. It will count. It's the 4th of the night for Will Johnson, who just went full extension to even secure that ball and then find it and guide it into the back of the net for another goal. So Johnson's got 4. The Blue Devils have 9, and the lead is out to 9-1 here with 1:32 to play in the first half. Which we want to remind you one last time is brought to you by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. At Lattimore, their physical therapists enjoy the work they do and bring a positive attitude to their patients' therapy experience. They want their patients' therapy to be something they look forward to each and every session. If patients tell their friends and family about their success at Lattimore, they know they've done their job. LattimorePT.com for more information. Simpson lofts one dangerously right up the middle, but he can do no wrong tonight. It finds his waiting teammate Dennis Cole. He gets taken out. Victor will call timeout. 1:16 to go here in the first half. We'll take a timeout as well. Victor 9, Pittsford 1 here in our Bill Gray's High School Lacrosse Game of the Week on Rock Sports Network.
Don't know where to start? Lattimore Physical Therapy can help. The Lattimore Promise includes an individual diagnosis with a highly trained licensed physical therapist on your first visit, a personalized treatment plan, communication with your doctor, and a continued personal care plan. You're never more than minutes away from pain relief. Visit LattimorePT.com.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Honey, who's got the best deal on
Bob Johnson.
flower pots? The best deal on flower pots.
Bob Johnson doesn't have deals on flower pots, but we have the very best deals on new cars, trucks, and SUVs. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Out of the timeout, 1:16 to play here in the first half between the Blue Devils and the Panthers. Our Bill Gray's High School Lacrosse Game of the Week on Rock Sports Network. Victor called the timeout. They're in possession. They'll look to get another goal on the board here before we hit the intermission. Brody Secker, no issue advancing that one ahead. Was looking for a quick shooting lane. Victor has excelled in those kind of quick strikes here tonight. Shooting as soon as they get into the offensive end. Kind of like that. Matthew Herendeen joins the goal party. His first of the night. 10-1 Blue Devils. For the sophomore Herendeen, this goal right here is number 9 as he looks like he just went 5-hole there on Weirham, who has been under siege in this first half and has seen the Blue Devils beat him 10 times with 59 seconds to go in the second quarter. That face-off controlled by who else but Eli Rickey. A little bit of a behind-the-head pass there with some pressure coming, and Langen's attempt went awry as it skips out of play. And Pittsford will have it now with under 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Dangerous pass that just gets up over the top of Johnson and finds Cole Getz. Pittsford will set up, shot clock off, 20 seconds and counting to play here in the first half. Panthers trying to get one on the board, get a little momentum potentially going into the break. Down to 10 seconds to go now. Valenti way up top. He has to just fire a long one. It went ricocheting well wide. Simpson got another piece of that one as he finishes off a stellar first half and sends the Blue Devils into the break with a 10-1 lead here at home. Will Johnson, the star, with 4 goals there in the first half, and Will Simpson. It's a good night to be named Will and Victor. Let me tell you, Will Simpson has been excellent in goal for the Blue Devils as well. Second half coming up in just under 10 minutes. Blue Devils, Panthers, here on Rock Sports Network.
Rochester's best Icelandic long-line cod haddock fish fry. Cooked to perfection. Delicious haddock fish fries and sandwiches served on a fresh-baked Apollo roll. Every day of the week, open till close. Get one today. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's haddock fish fry.
Honey, where's the best place to fix chairs?
Bob Johnson.
Chairs, like this one.
Bob Johnson doesn't fix furniture, but we service and repair every car, truck, and SUV there is. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, offers Bill Gray's Great Plates, topped any way you want them for $9.99 every Tuesday and now Sunday. $9.99 Great Plates, Tuesdays and Sundays.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
The Red Wings are home to Rock the Lilac this week. Every Tuesday, tickets are half price. Wednesday features a Lilac jersey giveaway. Thursday is a college night featuring a happy hour with $2 beers. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
If you're living with pain or recovering from surgery and don't know where to start, Lattimore Physical Therapy can help. The Lattimore Promise includes an individual diagnosis with a highly trained licensed physical therapist on your first visit, a personalized treatment plan, communication with your doctor, and a continued personal care plan. You're never more than minutes away from pain relief. Visit LattimorePT.com.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Honey, who's got the best deal on
Bob Johnson.
flower pots? The best deal on flower pots.
Bob Johnson doesn't have deals on flower pots, but we have the very best deals on new cars, trucks, and SUVs. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, also has Rochester's best Icelandic long-line cod haddock fish fry. Cooked to perfection. Delicious haddock fish fries and sandwiches served on a fresh-baked Apollo roll. Every day of the week, open till close. Get one today. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's haddock fish fry.
Honey, where's the best place to fix chairs?
Bob Johnson.
Chairs, like this one.
Bob Johnson doesn't fix furniture, but we service and repair every car, truck, and SUV there is. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, offers Bill Gray's Great Plates, topped any way you want them for $9.99 every Tuesday and now Sunday. $9.99 Great Plates, Tuesdays and Sundays.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
The Red Wings are home to Rock the Lilac this week. Every Tuesday, tickets are half price. Wednesday features a Lilac jersey giveaway. Thursday is a college night featuring a happy hour with $2 beers. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
If you're living with pain or recovering from surgery and don't know where to start, Lattimore Physical Therapy can help. The Lattimore Promise includes an individual diagnosis with a highly trained licensed physical therapist on your first visit, a personalized treatment plan, communication with your doctor, and a continued personal care plan. You're never more than minutes away from pain relief. Visit LattimorePT.com.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Honey, who's got the best deal on
Bob Johnson.
flower pots? The best deal on flower pots.
Bob Johnson doesn't have deals on flower pots, but we have the very best deals on new cars, trucks, and SUVs. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, also has Rochester's best Icelandic long-line cod haddock fish fry. Cooked to perfection. Delicious haddock fish fries and sandwiches served on a fresh-baked Apollo roll. Every day of the week, open till close. Get one today. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's haddock fish fry.
Honey, where's the best place to fix chairs?
Bob Johnson.
Chairs, like this one.
Bob Johnson doesn't fix furniture, but we service and repair every car, truck, and SUV there is. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, offers Bill Gray's Great Plates, topped any way you want them for $9.99 every Tuesday and now Sunday. $9.99 Great Plates, Tuesdays and Sundays.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
The Red Wings are home to Rock the Lilac this week. Every Tuesday, tickets are half price. Wednesday features a lilac jersey giveaway. Thursday is a college night featuring a happy hour with $2 beers. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
If you're living with pain or recovering from surgery and don't know where to start, Lattimore Physical Therapy can help. The Lattimore Promise includes an individual diagnosis with a highly trained licensed physical therapist on your first visit, a personalized treatment plan, communication with your doctor, and a continued personal care plan. You're never more than minutes away from pain relief. Visit LattimorePT.com.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Honey, who's got the best deal on
Bob Johnson.
flower pots? The best deal on flower pots.
Bob Johnson doesn't have deals on flower pots, but we have the very best deals on new cars, trucks, and SUVs. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, also has Rochester's best Icelandic long-line cod haddock fish fry. Cooked to perfection. Delicious haddock fish fries and sandwiches served on a fresh-baked Apollo roll. Every day of the week, open till close. Get one today. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's haddock fish fry.
Honey, where's the best place to fix chairs?
Bob Johnson.
Chairs, like this one.
Bob Johnson doesn't fix furniture, but we service and repair every car, truck, and SUV there is. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, offers Bill Gray's Great Plates, topped any way you want them for $9.99 every Tuesday and now Sunday. $9.99 Great Plates, Tuesdays and Sundays.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
The Red Wings are home to Rock the Lilac this week. Every Tuesday, tickets are half price. Wednesday features a lilac jersey giveaway. Thursday is a college night featuring a happy hour with $2 beers. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
If you're living with pain or recovering from surgery and don't know where to start, Lattimore Physical Therapy can help. The Lattimore Promise includes an individual diagnosis with a highly trained licensed physical therapist on your first visit, a personalized treatment plan, communication with your doctor, and a continued personal care plan. You're never more than minutes away from pain relief. Visit LattimorePT.com.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Honey, who's got the best deal on
Bob Johnson.
flower pots? The best deal on flower pots.
Bob Johnson doesn't have deals on flower pots, but we have the very best deals on new cars, trucks, and SUVs. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bob Johnson.
Back back here as we are just about ready for half number 2 between Victor and Pittsford. It's been all Blue Devils here in the first half as they lead 10-1. Entering the second half of play, looking for win number 9 on the season, and it would be a big one against a Pittsford team that came into the evening 9-1 on the season, but has so far been taken it to them by Victor so far in this game. Will Johnson 4 goals to lead the Blue Devils, and then a lot of scattered tallies across the board for Victor, but Johnson's been the consistent force offensively. Will Simpson has been excellent between the pipes, and that's how Victor find themselves in front heading into the third quarter, which is brought to you tonight by Bob Johnson Auto Group. Bob Johnson Auto Group carries 18 different auto manufacturers ranging from Chevy to Ford to Toyota and many more in 25-plus locations throughout New York State. Choose from thousands of vehicles in stock or check them out online at bobjohnsonautogroup.com to find a location near you. And you see right in the center of the field right now has been a big story as well, because Eli Rickey, number 10 in white, has been dominant on the faceoffs here tonight. Big reason why Victor has really controlled this game so thoroughly. And he doesn't win that one cleanly, but he does control it. Flags flying all over the field after Matt Langen basically just got shoved over behind the play. A little bit of a frustration penalty there, you'd have to believe, on the side of Pittsford. And so Victor is going to be a man up here at the next stoppage, and they're set up here once again offensively, where they have been dynamite all night. Herendeen, who has a goal tonight, drops it off. Johnson, who's had the hot stick with 4, leaves it with 20 to shoot. Sager. Herendeen. Johnson working in the middle. Sager with 6. And it's going to be thrown away. Whistles will stop it after the interception there from Keegan Ahim. And we'll see Pittsford go a man down here with 10:53 left in the third quarter. It's going to be Jaden Mariani, who's going to sit for a minute for a cross check. And a pretty blatant one at that, as multiple referees threw flags on that one. Nowhere to hide on that one, right in the middle of the field. The penalty taken by Mariani, and so we'll see Victor operate a man up for the first time tonight. They've been so good without the man advantage. You can only imagine what kind of offense they can generate with a little extra space with which to work. Meade has his shot stopped there in goal by Wierum. Got just enough of that to keep it out. 36 seconds left on the penalty time. Here on the near side, it's Sager. He plays catch there with Meade and now works up top. Sager. As that one ricochets on goal, and it's saved there. And want to correct myself, new goalie in there for the Panthers, as it's now Pierce Madigan. So Madigan between the pipes here now for Pittsford. Penalty time expires as Pittsford able to kill that one off. Good work by the Panthers, and they'll set up now with possession. Getz throws it far side to Charlie Ryan. Ryan darts in, and he beats Simpson. No easy task tonight for Pittsford's second goal of the game. Charlie Ryan, a goal and an assist now on his ledger. It was a very good individual effort there, and Ryan gets on the board. 13th of the season for Charlie Ryan. .9:33 to play. Pittsford inches a little closer. It's now 10-2. Ricky with another clean win on the faceoff for the Blue Devils. He has it knocked away from him. A couple of whacks at it from Pittsford. Ground ball scooped up by Dane Lewis. Ricky is still down back behind the play as Pittsford advances, and they're going to blow it dead. I mean, he took a couple of hefty whacks on the shoulder there, and he does now get back up to his feet. Looks like he's going to be okay. Although, don't quote me on that. I am not a doctor. So Ricky will head off. He would be a big loss for Victor here with what he's been able to do on the face-offs. 9:08 in the third. He jogs to the sideline under his own power. Pittsford will have it when we reset play with 58 seconds on the shot clock. And Ricky, helmet off, kind of standing alone on the Victor bench area as Pittsford sets up here offensively with Brady Getz. Getz finds a little bit of a lane, cut off nicely there by Dennis Cole. Quick little passing, and how about a little behind the head shot there from Valenti. He's been quiet, but silenced no more as he gets on the board with one for the highlight reel. About as quick a ball move we've seen all night from Pittsford, and just no chance on that shot from Valenti. So Valenti gets his 25th of the season, and none may be prettier than that one. 10-3 now. 8:44 to go here in the third. A lot of time left in this game, and a Pittsford team that seems to be gaining confidence. Ricky was not in there. Well, let me correct myself. Eli Ricky was not in there for the faceoff. That was JT Ricky who took that draw. Runs in the family there in the face-off circle for Victor. And the Blue Devils have control here once again. But their control on this game lessening here as we progress. And you look up at the scoreboard, it was 7-0 in the first in favor of Victor. Since then, 3-3. So give a lot of credit to Pittsford. They got punched in the mouth in a big way to start this game, and they have relatively settled themselves. Now the question is going to be, do they have a major run in them that can turn this into a tight one down the stretch, or are the Blue Devils going to be able to kind of stem the tides here a little bit? They're not going to do it on this possession as it's taken away and scooped up by Keegan Ahim. But an errant pass there skips along. That was a great opportunity for Pittsford to inch closer, and instead it goes by the wayside, but Victor going to gift it right back on another turnover going the other way. That pass out of the reach of Matthew Herendeen. 7.5 to go here in the third. 10-3 Victor, Pittsford possession. And new keeper Pierce Madigan plays it ahead. Panthers with possession in the offensive end, looking to get as close as they've been since the first quarter. Mariani and Brady Getz play catch up top. 40 on the shot clock. Mariani dancing. Draws a crowd, nowhere to go. Takes a little bit of a whack there from Weston Oyer, who cut off any angle. 30 on the timer now as Brady Getz settles it. Getz darting into the middle, creates a little bit of separation, pumps, drops it off back behind now. Lewis in front, a shooting lane, and Simpson with the denial. It bounces back up top on the stick of Charlie Ryan. Fresh shot clock here for the Panthers. Brady Getz resets up top now to Cole Getz. His shot denied by Simpson, who secures it and plays it ahead. Simpson not interested in this game getting any closer. A physical confrontation there in the middle. A flag is going to fly as, bodies are just getting bashed here in the midfield. We got players flying all over the turf, and finally it's blown dead. And we'll see what comes of that. There was just some hacks being given out there in the middle. The Victor ball carrier was just getting pinballed around like a rag doll there. And Charlie Ryan is going to be sent off here. So 30 seconds for Victor with the advantage. Ryan will be a spectator, and we'll see if the Blue Devils can take advantage. That one's skipping away, but scooped up there by Johnson. Blue Devils setting up with the advantage and nearly picked cleanly. Whistle going to blow now again. And there may be another flag thrown. Yeah, there was another flag thrown there on the far side. So with 5 seconds on the Ryan penalty, Charles Hessel is going to see the box. He'll sit for a minute. So 5 seconds of the two-man advantage and then a minute for the Blue Devils with which to work. That one nearly intercepted, winding, firing. Save made there by Madigan. And the Panthers scoop it up. I'll tell you, what a response here by Pittsford in this third quarter. They look like a new team out of the half. And they look like a team who is 9-1 coming into play tonight, no doubt about it. Not hard to see the parts of the game that has led to so much early season success for Pittsford, despite maybe not getting off to the start they would have liked tonight. We're under 5 to go here in the third. Once again, a chance for Pittsford to cut this deficit under 7 for the first time since the first quarter. Shot clock down to 35 as Mariani sets up top. Penalty time has all expired. Mariani with a little wiggle trying to get free, unable to do it, dropped it off on the far side. That shot rising up over the top may have taken deflection on the way in off the stick of Ryan. Pittsford will maintain possession. 21 on the shot clock. Brady Getz spinning off a screen, getting in front, nowhere to go, leaves it there for Grant Lewis. Lewis dropped it momentarily, able to bounce right back onto his stick. Down to 5 to shoot now. Mariani with trouble with it. He hits the deck. Down to 3, now to 2. Mariani in front. And a flag flies with zeros on the shot clock. Well, the physicality is certainly ratcheted up here in the third quarter. And with that, so have the flags. 3:47 here in the third. Oliver Cole will sit for the slashing penalty for a minute. Another golden opportunity for the Panthers, who have come up empty on 3 previous opportunities, a man up. Brady Getz gives it up to Valenti, who scored the most recent goal in this game, and he did it behind his head. That one going to miss wide off the stick of Cole Getz. Under 40 on the shot clock and the penalty, which are synced up here. That shot somehow stayed out as it rung the post from Brady Getz. Shot clock resets. Penalty time, 20 seconds. Valenti up top, fires one. Simpson got enough to keep that one out. Pittsford maintains possession on the save from Simpson with a fresh shot clock. That one, just an in-between kind of pass there to Cole Getz. He couldn't corral it. It's turned over. The final seconds of the penalty will expire on the first couple strides here for Oyer. It's 10-3 still Victor, under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Blue Devils racing ahead. Their offense has been dormant here in the third. Jackson Mead working from behind the cage. Takes a bump and a little bit of a hack as he resets up top. Shot clock just under 40 seconds as the Blue Devils kind of settle into this possession. Mead again. Dances into some real estate against this zone. Drops it off inside, and point-blank save made by Madigan as he denies Secker. Here's Madigan with an unbelievable save. Here comes the Panthers back the other way. And a Panther down here right around the 27-yard line on the football markers. I believe that's Valenti. And, scratch that. 4-4, that's Mariani, not 14 Valenti. So Jaden Mariani, the sophomore, will jog off under his own power. Appears okay for the most part. Didn't see exactly what happened on that play. Just saw him kind of sprawled out back behind the action there and quickly was blown dead. 52 seconds now on the shot clock. 1:30 here in the quarter as we reset play. Want to remind you our second half tonight brought to you by Bob Johnson Auto Group, carrying 18 different auto manufacturers ranging from Chevy to Ford to Toyota and many more in 25-plus locations throughout New York State. Choose from thousands of vehicles in stock. Check them out online at BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com to find a location near you. Pittsford, probably their third possession in a row where they've had a chance to get this margin down to 6. Valenti just missed wide. So shot clock does not reset. Sits at 20. Brady Getz off a little pick. Nowhere to work against Dennis Cole, directing traffic behind him defensively. Now Getz works past Cole. Gets a shot. Gets a goal. Brady Getz makes this a 10-4 game. 11th of the season for Brady Getz. And the Panthers have scored 3 straight and all 3 goals in this quarter to make it a 10-4 game with 46 seconds left in the third. good news for the Blue Devils. Eli Ricky back in there on that last faceoff. And the result, as you would expect, he has the ball. And he's right in cleanly on goal, but Madigan got enough to keep it out. A Pittsford player collided with Madigan, and he is shaken up. Coming up with a little bit of a limp there is Keegan Ahem, as it looked like he just kind of collided with Madigan a bit, and he definitely got the worst of it. And he's going to have to go gingerly to the Pittsford sideline. No shortage of substitutes on either side here, but a lot of damage being done to these two teams. We've seen several players taking a little bit of a beating here in this third quarter. When it's all said and done, Pittsford has possession back in the final 15 seconds of this quarter. They're going to have to hurry to get a chance. Cole Getz with 10, now 9. Drops it off. Now 5 and 4. Can the Panthers get a shot away? And it skips in front, nobody home, and that will take us to the end of the third. But 3 unanswered for the Panthers have made it a 10-4 game. Fourth quarter coming up from Victor here on Rock Sports Network.
Icelandic long-line cod haddock fish fry, cooked to perfection. Delicious haddock fish fries and sandwiches served on a fresh-baked Apollo roll. Every day of the week, open till close. Get one today. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's haddock fish fry.
Honey, where's the best place to fix chairs?
Bob Johnson.
Chairs, like this one.
Bob Johnson doesn't fix furniture, but we service and repair every car, truck, and SUV there is. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, offers Bill Gray's Great Plates, topped any way you want them for $9.99 every Tuesday and now Sunday. $9.99 Great Plates, Tuesdays and Sundays.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
The Red Wings are home to Rock the Lilac this week. Every Tuesday, tickets are half price. Wednesday features a lilac jersey giveaway. Thursday is a college night featuring a happy hour with $2 beers. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
If you're living with pain or recovering from surgery and don't know where to start, Lattimore Physical Therapy can help. The Lattimore Promise includes an individual diagnosis with a highly trained licensed physical therapist on your first visit, a personalized treatment plan, communication with your doctor, and a continued personal care plan. You're never more than minutes away from pain relief. Visit LattimorePT.com.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Fourth quarter ready to get underway here from Victor High School. Blue Devils, Panthers, boys lacrosse action in our Bill Gray's High School Lacrosse Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network. It's 10-4 Victor leading, but the momentum on the side of the Panthers, at least right now, they've scored the last 3 to chip away at this deficit and give the Blue Devils something to think about here entering the fourth quarter, and maybe a little too much to think about as they turn it over on their first possession here in the fourth quarter, which is brought to you by Bob Johnson Auto Group. Bob Johnson Auto Group carrying 18 different auto manufacturers, ranging from Chevy to Ford, Toyota, and many more. As Pittsford with a great chance in front, they come up empty. Simpson corrals it. And they'll start back the other way. You can check out BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com to find a location near you. Choose from thousands of vehicles in stock. Early moments here in quarter number 4. Blue Devils still in control, leading by 6. Will Johnson had 4 first-half goals to help Victor build a 10-1 lead. Nearly another Victor turnover, as crisp and cool, calm, collected as this Victor team was in the first half. They've kind of seen things reverse back the other way a bit here in the second half, but luckily they built such a margin that it has not truly come into play yet. But still looking for their first goal here in the second half. Another errant pass. It's going to be another turnover by the Blue Devils. One thing that has held firm for the Blue Devils the most part has been their effort defensively, where they have bottled up just about everything. But the Panthers have found a little bit of life, a little bit of momentum, and they found another goal. It's Brady Getz. And what was once a 9-goal lead has been cut to 5 after the 4th straight goal from the Panthers. Second of the night for Brady Getz, 12th of the season. 9:53 to play, and a lot to be decided still here in this one. So another big face-off upcoming here. And if you're just joining us, we mentioned on the offset the shot clock edition at the high school game this year, and this is kind of one of those moments where that makes a major difference, because in previous years, Victor would have won that face-off, and they very well could have potentially killed the final 10 minutes off this clock. Instead, they're going to have it, and they're going to have to accelerate the timeline on this, and if you can't score, it's getting a little tougher to win. The good news is when you draw a penalty like that, and that shot goes just wide from Eli Ricky, but flags flying after another big collision up top, and another Panther going to become a spectator. And it looks like it's going to be a Mariani with another cross-check. So Mariani sent off for the second time this evening. And now Victor with a real chance to seize back control, get this margin back out to a little bit more of a comfortable one for them, and have a little bit less to worry about here in the final 9 minutes of this contest. See if the Panthers can kill off another one. Up top for Victor is Secker. He drops it off on the wing to Johnson, who's been quiet here in the second half. Secker lost control. It's loose. It's skidding back towards midfield. It's taken away by the Panthers. They're going to come in with a rush in front, and they score! It's Charlie Ryan's second goal of the night. It's 10-6. 5 unanswered for the Panthers. Boy, oh boy, have things taken a turn here in this game. A man-down goal for the Panthers. They make it 10-6. 24 seconds with which to kill off now, and every ounce of momentum in this game belongs to Pittsford. The Blue Devils need something to stem the tide here. Herendeen, as the final seconds ticking away here in the penalty, and it will expire now. We're all even again. 40 on the shot clock for the Blue Devils. Herendeen in front, denied there by Madigan. What a difference he's made since stepping between the pipes. Panthers looking to work in transition. Coast to coast, and they've got another. It's Valenti, his second of the night. It's 10-7. The Panthers are not done yet. Timeout called. The Panthers have all the momentum here. 8:01 to play. It's a 3-goal game. Stay with us. Good one coming up on Rock Sports Network.
Who's got the best deal on
Bob Johnson.
flower pots? The best deal on flower pots.
Bob Johnson doesn't have deals on flower pots, but we have the very best deals on new cars, trucks, and SUVs. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Bob Johnson.
Bill Gray's, home of the world's greatest cheeseburger, also has Rochester's best Icelandic long-line cod haddock fish fry. Cooked to perfection. Delicious haddock fish fries and sandwiches served on a fresh-baked Apollo roll. Every day of the week, open till close. Get one today. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's haddock fish fry.
Honey, where's the best place to fix
Bob Johnson.
chairs? Like this one.
Bob Johnson doesn't fix furniture, but we service and repair every car, truck, and SUV there is. Best inventory, best service, best pricing, best people. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Back here in Victor, and we got a brand new game here, folks. It's 10-7, Blue Devils leading. This margin was once 10-1. That's where we stood at halftime. Since then, 6 unanswered for the Panthers. And whistles are going to blow as players are tumbling all over the field, and it looks like Pittsford called timeout. We'll stay here. 7:54 to go in the fourth quarter. The Panthers have scored the last 6 goals since they trailed 10-1 at halftime. Victor put on a clinic in the first half of this game to take control. Will Johnson had 4 goals. It looked like it was going to be a nice, easy going kind of evening here for the Blue Devils, and the Panthers were not having any of it. This is a 9-1 team for a reason. They came out with a renewed focus and energy here in this second half. Brady Getz has 2 goals. Charlie Ryan has 2 goals. Avery Valenti has 2 goals. And Cole Getz had the first goal back in the first half for the Panthers. But that initial trio have combined for the 6 here in the second half as the Panthers have all the momentum. Their sideline is going nuts on every single play that happens right now. And, I mean, the Victor side, they look kind of a little stunned, kind of like the Pittsford side looked in this first quarter when Victor opened up a 7-0 lead back in the first quarter. Since the first quarter, it's 7-3 Pittsford. This game has completely flipped on its head. And the Panthers are going to have it out of the timeout with a chance to make this a 2-goal game and a lifetime left on the clock to try and complete an all-timer of a comeback if they can pull it off. So here we go, out of the timeout. Panthers have it, setting up shop on the far side with Brady Getz. Gives it off to Ryan. Ryan finds some space, fires, he scores! It's a hat trick for Ryan. It's a 2-goal game. 7 straight goals for the Panthers. I mean, you see the space Ryan was able to open up. I mean, that space just did not exist in the first half of this game. And the Panthers are starting to feel it. They're starting to believe. 7:29 to play. It's 10-8. Face-off is secured by Ricky, who was dominant in that department in the first half. Went out momentarily with a little bit of an injury, but he's since returned, and physical play, whistle's going to blow. And it's going to be a push against Pittsford. So Victor will have it. They'll set up shop with a full 60 seconds with which to operate. They have not scored since the second quarter. And they are in desperate need of a momentum-halting goal right about now. Who can step up here for the Blue Devils? Herendeen, he has a goal tonight. Lofts it out wide. Pittsford much sharper here defensively in the second half. That one's scooped up off the turf and controlled by Secker. Secker has it again up top, 20 to shoot. Back behind the cage, an errant pass, racing after it to maintain possession is Colin Wheeler. Under 10 to shoot. Wheeler dancing, looking, up top. The shot goes wide. Pittsford will have it back. You've heard a tale of two halves. I don't think a game has ever epitomized that more than what we're watching right now. Pittsford with possession and a chance to make this a one-goal game. Trevor Nally lofts it ahead. We're under 6 to go in the fourth. Ryan, who scored the most recent goal, his third of the game, leaves it up top. Ryan trying to find some space. Shot clock down to 36. Ryan dances free, fires. Can't connect. Great save made there by Simpson. Panthers maintain possession. Fresh shot clock. Brady gets. He'll direct traffic now as he backs it out. Gets. Finds a cutter. That shot denied by Simpson. And it'll be Victor possession. Simpson with a pair of huge saves there. And as we're under 5 to play, Victor has it. Victor will reset with Simpson. He goes up the middle. Running into a wall there at midfield was Wheeler, but he got through. An errant pass by the Blue Devils. Ball is loose on the ground. It's scooped up. Plenty of time for Victor here. A full shot clock essentially with which to work. They can take it under 4 minutes in the fourth on this possession. Johnson up to Herendeen. Cutter in the middle, a shot, and the Blue Devils break the drought. It's Secker with the silencer, and Victor extends their lead back out to 3. A much needed goal, a great cut there by Secker right into the middle and right into the top left corner to make it 11-8 Blue Devils. Still 4:02 to play here in the fourth quarter. But I think every Victor fan in the stands just breathed a big sigh of relief after seeing that ball find the back of the goal. Eli Ricky with another win on the faceoff. He has been relentless. You can credit the assist to Kyle Sager. And now a Victor goal really could put a bow on this thing, and hard to believe you would be using a word like escape when you had a 10-1 halftime lead, but that would be the feeling right now for Victor if they're able to finish this thing up and get out of here with this win. But we've seen the resiliency of this Pittsford bunch already. Do they have one more run left in them? Herendeen with 10. Darting around the cage. Up top. That shot. Gonna miss the mark. But it's gonna be saved, and so that will reset the shot clock as Madigan was tested by Sager. The fresh shot clock could take this under 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. Pittsford going to have to start really upping their pressure here. They got a piece of that one, a good active stick in that lane by Keegan Ahim, who has played a really good game defensively for the Panthers. Victor maintains possession here. 2.5 to go in the fourth. Johnson and Herendeen. Now Secker to Sager. 20 to shoot. Secker thought about it. Now the shot does come, and it goes skidding across the back line with 15 to shoot. Sager with 10. The shot deflected by Madigan. Shot clock resets. Massive for the Blue Devils. With exactly 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they get a fresh 60. Desperation time here for Pittsford. Really got to start to up their pressure. It's loose, and Pittsford gets the turnover they needed. Under 2 to go now. Panthers need 3 to tie. They trailed by 9 at the start of the third quarter. Under 1.5 minutes to go. Can the Panthers find one last run? That shot denied by Simpson. Loose in front. Rolling back out. Still loose. And it's secured by the Blue Devils. Dennis Cole comes away with it. Cole. And as Cole danced ahead, a timeout called by Victor. 51 seconds left in this fourth quarter, and they may have this one secured. We'll stay here. A 3-goal lead for the Blue Devils. They led by as many as 9. It looked like it was going to all slip away, and Brody Secker finally broke the dry spell for the Blue Devils here in the second half to make this an 11-8 game. I want to give a special thanks once again to our title sponsor tonight, Bill Gray's Restaurant and Tap Rooms. Get Rochester's favorite great plate every Tuesday and now on Sundays for just $9.99. You get 2 Bill Gray's cheeseburgers on top of home fries and mac salad loaded with your choice of toppings, including Bill Gray's famous meat hot sauce every Tuesday and Sunday at Bill Gray's locations. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. Also, remind you today's game brought to you by the Rochester Red Wings. The Wings are back home Tuesday, May 13th for a 6-game homestand, hosting the Tampa Bay Rays AAA affiliate Durham Bulls. Check out RedWingsBaseball.com for promotion, tickets, and information. Not sure what the call was exactly there, as both teams heading back to their bench areas with 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. As far as the scoreboard read, Victor was out of timeouts. So we'll await official confirmation on that one, but we appreciate you joining us here tonight on Rock Sports Network. Mike Rose here for our Bill Gray's High School Lacrosse Game of the Week. And Victor with an 11-8 lead and 39 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. It sounds like they gave the timeout to Victor, who did not have one. And not sure exactly what happened there, but it was a timeout. There's 39 seconds left in the game, and we'll reset with Victor in possession. Shot clock off. If they can just kind of maneuver around here, they should be in good shape. The scoreboard had 0 timeouts under Victor before that last stoppage, so it's not like it was a secret in the building here. That ball's loose. Pittsford scoops it up here. One last gasp here with 30 seconds. The pass got partially deflected as it comes skidding across. It's still loose, bouncing around, and still nobody has it. Now the Panthers do with 15 seconds. But their comeback effort looks like it's going to come up short. Simpson secures one last save, launches it down as the final seconds tick away, and the Blue Devils hold on at home as they win it 11-8 is our final score here tonight. What a game this turned into, but Victor takes care of business. They move to 9-3. The Panthers suffer just their second loss of the season. And Victor stands tall here to end this one. Appreciate you joining us here tonight on Rock Sports Network. For now, Mike Rose signing off. Blue Devils, 11-8 winners.